Guys, welcome back to the video. It's Cool Stuff here. I'm back with a kind of a new series, but it's something that I've been planning on doing for a while. So the premise behind the video is that we go and we kill 250 of any type of mob in a specific zone. So for example, the footage behind you, what we're testing it on today is the Noxious Glade. Noxious Glade is a level 60 area in the Eastern Plaguelands. I'm going to put up a map. You can see it's this area over here. It doesn't have a name on the map, but it's called the Noxious Glade. So the idea behind the video is to see what gold per hour or GPH we can obtain just from farming these mobs. Depend whether it's worth it, you know, what benefits is there to farming, what negatives is there to farming. So there's a few things we're farming. Number one, we are farming the Greater Shadow Protection recipe. On my server, these used to go for about 20 gold, but with Nax coming out very soon, and the need for Greater Shadow prop pots increasing, the recipe is currently selling for about 300 gold. So if we get the recipe in the first hour, it's already like 300 gold per hour, right? Which is a really good farm. But the issue is, the recipe is only a 1% drop rate. But there are other stuff that we can farm in the meantime. For example, we can also farm Runecloth or major mana potions. So even if the recipe doesn't drop, it's not the end of the world. But it does. If the recipe doesn't drop, the farm is not as good as other farms, which is the issue. So we're really hoping for the recipe drop. So the way that I am recording this is, you can see the footage in the background. I'm killing mobs, and I have a kill track in the top right, as you can see here, that will tell me how many mobs I've killed and what type of mobs I've killed. So only the Shadow Mages and Dark Adepts actually drop the Greater Shadow Protection potion, but we're hoping to get one. Like, we're going to kill 250 mobs, but that doesn't mean we're going to kill 250 Shadow Mages or Dark Adepts. So I'm predicting to maybe kill about 100, which means theoretically, statistically, one recipe should drop. There are a couple of benefits to doing this farm over other farms. For example, like Elemental Earth in the Badlands, right? Number one is because you are killing humanoid mobs, you are getting raw gold. So if you look in the chat in the bottom left, every time I'm killing, except from the spiders or the crypt stalkers, every time that I'm killing one of these mobs, I'm receiving some form of raw gold. And raw gold is really undervalued in my opinion when it comes to gold farming. The issue with items like greys and stuff, I mean, like greys is kind of raw gold as well, but the issue with like greens is having to sell like a bind and equip that's worth 4 gold. You either have to vendor that or you have to sell it. So raw gold is really important in my opinion whenever it comes to loot farm. The other benefit is because Naxxramas is coming out, you can actually, I've not done it in this video, but you can equip your Scourge Stone and actually gain Scourge Stones, or sorry, equip your Seal of Dawn and gain Scourge Stones and AD rep. So if you're not exotic with AD, you can do this farm and also do AD rep. If you're killing 250 mobs like I did, I think it took me about an hour and a half, then you're looking at like 150 stones, which is about 600 rep if you handed both the stones and the Valor token. So it's not great, but it's also not bad. So that's like a little benefit. The negative is you're doing what I like to call a single item farm. The premise behind this farm is just getting the Greater Shadow Protection recipe, and if you don't get it, then this farm isn't going to be good. Like, it's not going to produce some mad GPH or anything. It'll be okay, but it won't be better than other farms. So there's always a risk when farming single farm items like Crusader or recipes over Elemental Earth. So you just have to be very careful and just accept that sometimes you might get unlucky. Where at the footage behind me, I'm getting quite close to the end. I think I'm about halfway through here, right? And so far it's been quite peaceful. I've not had any problems with Horde. I play on a PvP server, so sometimes that can be an issue. But we also don't have any recipes, which of course it's the start. But at the point I was kind of thinking like, damn, this is really bad GPH, like I'm not doing great here. So we just kept farming. The whole premise was just to do 250. I wasn't expecting to get any recipes or expecting like big loot or anything like that. You know, like a world epic would be nice, but it's not really the point of the video. The point of the video is to show you I spent 2 hours farming 250 mobs in this area. What did I get? Well, I got jack shit. So, you know, take it as you can. Another point about farming in the Noxious Glade. I failed to do this because I did my rogue. My rogue is a engineer and a enchanter. But the Noxious Glade has 4 RTV spawns 3 Plague Bloom spawns, 2 Black Lotus spawns, and I think 2 Mountain of Silver Sage spawns. So it's actually a really good place to farm if you're a miner and a herber as well. Because you'll see many times in this video I run past Plague Bloom, or I run past an RTV. And it kind of sucks, so if you're a miner and stuff, then definitely better. So we're coming to the end here. I'm at 247 kills. It's almost over. It's taken me like an hour and a half to get 250. I've killed about 36 Shadow Mages and 32 Dark Adepts, which is roughly about 60, right? So it's like, statistically speaking, I should have like half a chance of getting the recipe, and obviously I haven't gotten the recipe yet, which kind of sucks, but again, like, it just is what it is. Sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. So I don't know if I would really recommend this farm. It's not enjoyable. I know that kind of seems weird to say, but sometimes farming can be enjoyable. Like, well, that's a good example. I guess like the Winter Spring, right? If you're Winter Spring farming, you're usually in a group of 5 people. You can talk and party, you can chill and stuff. When you're doing this, it's like you're by yourself. You're not getting the drop. It kind of sucks. You know what I mean? So the way that we are going to round off this video is I started with 40 gold. So I'm going to end with 40 gold. I'm going to send everything that I've gathered from the farm, any grey, any bind and equip, anything, over to my bank vault. So we've hit 250 kills. That's it. We're not allowed to kill any more. We're done. Whatever we have made, we've made. If we've not made a lot, we've not made a lot. This does mean that I didn't get a single recipe, which kind of sucks. So what we're going to do is we're going to Hearthstone, and we're going to go over to the mailbox, and we're going to send my bank vault everything that I've gotten from the farm. So all the raw gold, all the greys, all the greens, all the mats, all the Runecloth, everything. And then we're going to log over to my bank vault later on, and we're going to do like a proper price evaluation. So my bank vault is going to have like no money. We're going to open up a mailbox with nothing in our inventory, and then we're going to try and list everything I can on the auction house. So I'm just going to send literally everything in my inventory that wasn't already there to my bank vault. And this is going to take a little while, but it will help us be able to give a better estimate or a better value on the amount of gold earned and potentially the amount of time wasted, because I do feel like even if most of this sells, which it probably won't, that I've probably lost gold. So how much gold is this? It's 11 gold. And then we're going to round out, so we're perfectly on 40. So there we go, my rogue's back on 40 gold. And then we're going to... Okay, so we're over on our bank vault. As you can see, I have 0 copper. And I have no items in my inventory except for my Hearthstone. But we won't be selling the Hearthstone unless anyone wants to buy it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our mailbox. As you can see, I've got all the loot here from my main. Everything from the greys to the greens to the Runecloth. So what we're going to do, as you can see, we made 11 gold, 73 silver, 24 copper just from raw gold alone. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head over and vendor anything which I don't think will sell in the auction house. So this includes the greys, probably some of the spider mandibles, maybe some other stuff depending on my server. Obviously this can depend differently, like it can be different for different servers. Some servers might have really high prices for things and some servers might have really low. But what we're going to do is we're going to start all the greys. So we're going to sell this. And what's that brought? So that's brought us up to 17 gold, 77 silver, 12 copper. So we're going to move the Runecloth to the bottom because we're definitely going to auction the Runecloth. It's about 3 gold a stack. We're going to move the major mana, the major healing herb, and we'll move the bind and equips. And we'll sell this. This doesn't bet auction for anything. Sell. No, sell. Probably keep the spider silk. Maybe I'll check the auction house because I've not scanned in a while. This could actually be worth something. I'm not really sure what it's used for, but we'll sell this. I'll move all the silk down to the bottom of the bag along with the recipe as well. So we'll a heavy stone maybe keep them this. Sell this, maybe keep this, and maybe keep this. Right, and then we're going to head over to the auction house, and I'm going to check the price for the silk, and a couple of other things as well. I don't really think thick hide is worth putting on the auction house, and I don't think Morning Glory Dew, heavy stone, or maybe even the minor major mana potions. So we're going to go to appraiser. We're going to go down, we're going to check the spider silk price. So it's 8 silver, and how much does it vendor for? 7 silver, 50 copper. So probably not worth auctioning any of these. So we're going to head back to the vendor, and we're actually going to sell like Probably the heavy stone, thick hide as well, because they aren't going to vendor for anything. Morning Glory Dew probably too. And heavy stone. We're going to vendor all this because it's just not going to sell in the auction house. So that sells up to 21 gold, 54 silver, 89 copper. So raw gold total, we have 21 gold, 54 silver, 89 copper. So how much gold are we going to make? So the Hero's Gauntlets are apparently selling for 114 gold, but I don't believe that. There's none on the auction house, so I can't check any price. So 13 IG, 14 intellect. We're going to list them for 19. I don't think these might sell because I'm on an RP realm, RP PvP, so maybe. What's the price for Greater Stone Shield? Free gold 30. Let's go for it. So that's free gold 30. How much are these? Listing for 4 gold, I think. Blindweed is selling for about 82 silver, so we'll list it for 81. So that's about 2 gold, 45. Runecloth, how much is Runecloth selling for right now? 8 gold, 65. Because I know how the Runecloth fluctuates a lot, we're just going to list this for the 9 gold, 78, because more than likely it's going to sell. Major mana, these are like 6 gold or something right now. Yeah, put them up for 6 gold 30, I reckon. So that's 12 gold 66. Major healing potions. Yeah, we'll just list these. And then greater mana. Are these worth anything? Why is it not refreshing? Oh, it's because I not clicked on it. Forehead. There we go, refresh. Currently selling for 18 silver, and they're worth. Okay, well, I might as well auctioneer these. It's still like a little bit of silver, right? I don't know. So I'll put those up for auction, and then I'm going to do some math, and we're going to find out the total price for you guys. Okay, so presuming this all sells, it's about 78 gold, 22 silver, 16 copper, which is roughly about like 50 gold per hour, which is kind of bad. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this farm, but there you go. That's what you get from 250 kills in the Noxious Glade. Maybe you'll have better luck than me, who knows. But probably.